Okay, everybody, welcome to LIV Golf UK by JCB. We are joined this morning by our home team, Majesticks GC. We're joined by our co-captain, Lee Westwood, our co-captain, Ian Poulter, and Sam Horsfield. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So start by just saying welcome home. Lee and Ian, you guys are considered England's most celebrated players. You guys have a combined 61 professional wins and 18 Ryder Cup appearances. How does it feel to be back in UK playing in front of your home crowd this week?
Well, the way you've said that, it feels like we're pretty old, to be honest. No, whenever we have the opportunity to come and play in front of home fans, and especially this week, extending the tickets to 14,000, should be awesome for us. And we don't play enough golf over here, so when we do, it's pretty special. This is going to be a tough test this week. Golf course layout is good, but it's going to be strong, and we're really looking forward to the challenge.
And Lee?
Yeah, this is obviously our home event, and even more so for me, I guess, because I'm from the Midlands, and I was brought up only an hour and 20 minutes away, so my phone has been quite lively for the last month or so of people wanting tickets. So it'll be fun playing in front of family and friends, and also people from this area in England. So it's always special to play in the UK. The golf fans are very knowledgeable. They're great fans, and I'm sure they're looking forward to coming out and seeing some world-class golf this week.
So LIV Golf returns to England for the third year in a row, but this year we are at a new venue at JCB. Can you guys each tell us your experience with the course and what both fans and the players can expect this week? I'll start with you, Sam.
Oh, member.
I live like 5 minutes from here. Yes.
Well, tell us everything.
Yeah, so my girlfriend and I, we have a house like 5 minutes from here. So when I'm over in the UK, this is where I practice and play. So, yeah, obviously looking forward to it. Got a lot of family and friends coming out. Like Ian was just saying, playing in front of the UK fans is always a good time. They, seem to really get the game of golf, and yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a great week. I think this golf course will provide a lot of challenges for us, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
What kind of scores do you think we can expect this week, guys?
You'll see a few eagles, birdies, bogeys, doubles.
Others.
What do you guys think the winning score will be?
It's very difficult to tell. I've only played the front nine so far. You've only played the back nine, right?
Yeah.
Sam's played all of it a lot. So
I'm going somewhere between 15 under is where I'm going. Somewhere in there.
what, 9 under and 15 under, or 15 under and above? It looks pretty tricky to me. It's there's a lot of undulations out there. Fairways feel quite tight. The rough's certainly penal if you stray off the fairways. Greens have a lot of undulations in them, so unless you've got control of your ball, it's going to be difficult to get close to the flags, I think. A little bit of breeze forecast, not too much. As we know, England conditions can change within about half an hour. I went round the front nine yesterday, and I thought 369s might be good scoring, but I haven't seen the other nine, so yeah, the volatility's there, isn't it? So there's quite a bit of water involved. Nobody knows what to expect. I think that's the great thing.
I think there's a number of factors. Lee said weather being one. Do we get a strong breeze in the afternoon? Generally, it can pick up. Pin locations is key. We've got massive putting surfaces, so depending on where they want to tuck some of these pins, that would be a factor. And then they've got the option to move some of these tees forward. I mean, we've got some long par threes, we've got some long par fives. Do they move some of them forward and give us an opportunity? So I think there could be a wide range wherever they want the score to be. It's entirely up to the whole setup.
So the party hole is making its debut in England this week. I would love to hear from the Brits what you guys think, and compared to the Aussies in terms of rowdiness at the party hole, what can we expect? Sam?
I'm really looking forward to it. It's a digger in, is that what it's called?
That's one of the sections.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it should be really good. There's a little swale in that green, so hopefully they put a pin down there, and hopefully we get a hole in one. But yeah, obviously the one in Australia is crazy. yeah, I was there when Chase made his hole-in-one last year. Ian, you played with him, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, and
I'm
that
still
was,
sticky from it.
but
Might be different in England though. English people tend to not waste their beer like that.
yeah,
don't they?
that's true. That's true. So yeah, hopefully another hole-in-one. But yeah, it'll be. I'm sure they bring the good atmosphere.
Think the British fans will be rowdy out there?
Well, look, hopefully one of us can get a hole in one and everybody comes to the Majesticks pub and we can all go and celebrate and have a beer. So everyone needs to sign up to being a Majesticks GC fan and then they get entrance into their pub. So if one of us get that hole in one, then we'll see you there for a pint.
Rounds on us if we do get that.
Yeah, you guys heard the straight from me, and he's
So they make 100 grand, the
you,
rounds on
it's,
them.
Rounds on them.
14,000 people all on you, right?
Let's
Well,
go.
Sam.
I'm in. No problem.
Sam, you recently posted your best LIV Golf finish in Nashville at T2. Tell us a little bit about where your game is trending and what you've been working on.
Yeah, game's feeling really nice. Yeah, finished second in Nashville a couple weeks ago. I started moving the ball a different direction, started hitting little fades, sort of feels a bit more in control. And yeah, I qualified for the Open, so that was really nice. Didn't play my best last week, but yeah, you know, I feel like my game's in a good spot. You know, this is a good golf course for me. I feel like you know, having a bit of home course knowledge and sort of knowing where to hit it. There's quite a lot of blind shots around here, so yeah, it should leave me in good stead for this week, and yeah, should be good fun.
Lee, similar question for you. You've had 3 consecutive top 20s. Your game is also trending. What have you been working on, and what's different?
Just the same old things, really. Myself and Pete have been working on a different set off the ball, which has got me in a better position. I've put on a bit of distance over the last month and a half with the stuff I've been working with Steve in the gym and in getting in good positions. And, you know, found a key with the putting, just started rolling a few putts in. So I also like Valderrama a lot. You know, I always think that suits my game. I finished 12th there the last time out on LIV and was only 6 off the leading score and felt like I left a lot of shots out there. So everything's really been moving in the right direction. I tend to find I play better when I play a run of tournaments, which through the summer I feel like I do more. A bit stop-start for me at the start of the year. Living in England, it's tough to go from tournaments to back to England and keep the practice up in the kind of tournament conditions that I would want. So really it's, you know, a culmination of all those things, but I would guess, you know, going away from the golf course, being able to practice is keep my eye in is one of the main attributes of it all.
Sounds like this is the week for the Majesticks, yeah? Trending game?
Well, hopefully. You know, we haven't made a podium yet this year. We've come fourth a couple of times, been close. So it would be nice to be getting some champagne on us on Sunday night.
And last one for me, for you, Ian. You guys had your Little Sticks Festival yesterday. Little Sticks is your impact program. Tell us about the festival, and then also an announcement came out this morning that you guys launched a new program that's going to ultimately impact 40,000 kids. You're going to be in 200 schools across the UK. Can you just tell us about yesterday and that new program?
Yeah, I mean, the festival for us was really cool for all 3 of us to come and support. 5 schools from around the country that we piloted the program in. We had nearly 60 kids yesterday. To see them all take part in the whole program was really cool, to see the interaction between the kids, see how much fun they were having first and foremost, that's what this game's all about. And the exciting news moving forward is to make this thing real. So how does that happen? You know, we've now gonna launch to 200 schools, and as you just said, look, 40,000 kids that will impact. And to think that this has only happened in a short period of time, 12 months, you know, you start all these things off small and then you try and grow them. So for us, I think it's a really proud moment to be able to have the level of support from everyone around LIV, from the team that we, you know, have put together but behind the scenes, and for us to be able to, you know, see this impact so many kids. You know, the future's bright with it. You know, where can we take this? You know, how big can we grow this over the next 10 years? So it's a big announcement, 200 schools for, you know, 24, 25, and let's see how big we can roll this out globally. So it's extremely exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to open it up to the floor. Questions? Go ahead, Mike. Yeah.
Sam, you mentioned the blind shots out here. How many are there, and where would those be?
There's a good handful, probably 6 or so. More so tee shots. 18, yeah, 10 comes to mind. 16, 18. So yeah, it's just sort of more knowing about having the confidence, knowing that you can sort of miss it on a side, when you're blind, you're just sort of hitting at nothing really. So, to have played it a lot, hit it in spots you should and shouldn't hit it in around here. Obviously those are all in the subconscious memory, and you're always thinking about that. So, yeah, it'll be a good challenge for the guys. You're probably going to see some interesting shots being played. The greens are ridiculously undulating. If they want to put some pins in some spots, they can put some pins in some spots for us. So it'll be a lot of fun. Good challenge for us, and yeah.
So Ian and Lee, what about blind shots? Is that the biggest challenge you feel like on this course, or is there another more difficult aspect of it?
I always feel like when you've had a few practice rounds, blind shots really are sometimes an advantage, because you kind of pick a spot out and then you focus on that one spot rather than, hitting down a 30-yard wide fairway. So it tends to focus your attention. Once you've learnt the golf course, it's not too much of a problem. Coming into the greens is a little bit different because, they are so undulating. There's runoffs, and so you've really got to know where to land it. I'm thinking of like the 8th, where you're only hitting a wedge or 9-iron in, but it's blind, landing on a green with lots of undulations in. So accuracy is important, not only line-wise, but distance-wise as well. So, like I said earlier, it's really going to pinpoint ball control and distance control and flight, bringing your flight down, So it's one of the defences of the golf course.
Ian, same.
Yeah, you're going to have a number of tricky shots this week. No fairways really perfectly flat. Those blind tee shots, as Lee said, you really have to do your homework, work on your yardage books. Today's are, so good that they give us, great, feedback on exactly where to hit it. You've always got a line in the book where you can take reference from. So that isn't too challenging. The challenging is going to be putting the ball where you need to put it with your second shot to give yourself a decent opportunity to make birdie. And, the green surfaces are very large, pin locations. You're going to have to use some of these ridges in the greens to feed it into certain pin locations. And if you miss those ridges and you're the wrong side, then you're going to be left with a very difficult 2-putt. So I think for me, it will be distance control, second shot iron play, and not being too over-aggressive.
I was going to say, someone asked me yesterday what I think is going to be key for winning here, and that was exactly what I said. Iron play, distance control, and being able to leave it in the right spots, and speed putting. So that's what they just touched on. So there you go.
And last question from me. So you guys were 3rd in 2022, 5th last year, which I think was your best result of the season. How much of a advantage is it for you guys to play here at home? It seems like there is a tangible advantage.
I mean, this is home from a perspective of, UK. It's not home. I mean, it's obviously Sam's home because he practices and plays here an awful lot. So for Lee, I, and Henrik, it's about us trying to get to grips with the golf course over the next couple of days before we obviously start. So the home fan is a big piece of the puzzle for us. I think to have that level of support, you've got that little bit of extra pressure to want to go and play well in front of home fans, which is good because it gets the adrenaline going early. Your brain switched on, right from the get-go. But in terms of knowledge, of course, we need to learn it just as much as everyone else does. So we'll be pulling on the home fans this week.
Go ahead, Joy.
Hey, my first question to Lee. Lee, you said that you found something in your putting, and the stats prove it. I mean, you were second with 74 putts in Valderrama. What did you find, and how did that go?
74, yeah. 74, yeah. I can put my ball. Just some things I've been working on in the past, going back to having my hands a little bit higher, maybe the heel off the ground. Valderrama's strange. I played it that often, they're probably some of the greens around the world that I'm most familiar with. So I could almost just walk up to a putt and hit it. But I think my routine's improved a little bit. I'm spending a little bit less time over the ball. And then just basically letting it flow, not really thinking about it too much. I think that's the secret to good putting, just being very reactive.
And if I can ask all of you, this is the third edition of the LIV Golf UK event, and to have a support of a big corporation like JCB, what does this say about LIV Golf and the impact it's having in UK? With you guys?
Well, JCB are obviously a massive company around the world, aren't they? I think they're the largest privately owned company, I think. And they've had seniors events here. I mean, I heard about this golf course, being built 10, 12 years ago. They were looking for people to design it. And I think European Tour Course Design came in and built the golf course for them. And then it's a bit of a natural progression to try and get tournaments here and build the name up. So they've started off with seniors events on the European Seniors Tour, and now they're obviously having live events. So they've managed to elevate it to like a world-class level very, very quickly. And I think that's the goal for most companies that come in and build a golf course. But obviously they're a huge company, and I think you just see that the colours very distinctive around the world. They're a well-respected name. I think they do a lot of business in Saudi as well. They may be building a new plant there as well, so there's a tie-in there. So, hopefully they hang around in golf, because we need sponsors like that. I think they're in Formula One as well, probably other sports that I don't know about. It's very important to all sports to have huge sponsors like this.
You want to add something, Ian?
Well, I mean, Lee said most of it, but brand recognition around the world, a company like JCB being as large a company as they are, the logo speaks for itself. Most people know exactly what a JCB is. So to have that level of brand associated with LIV, with us, to help grow LIV Golf moving forward, will hopefully open the door for more sponsors to come in just as big and powerful as JCB are. So, we're proud to have this and as our home event, to be able to come and support, and hopefully over the next couple of years we can continue to bring big brands coming into LIV Golf.
And one final question from me: we got this press release today about your partnership with Complete PE, and I mean, if maybe Jordan wants to tell us more about the logistics part of it. I mean, how do you plan to reach the 200 odd schools and 40,000 kids?
Yeah, just before Jordan does step up, I think the Majesticks. This has been very much a team effort to do, to get involved with charities and things like that. It's part of our remit really for the franchise that LIV gives us instructions to have a charitable arm. And whilst it is very much a team effort, and James is involved, and Ollie's involved, and the players are involved, and everybody in the Majesticks is involved, it's really been Jordan being the driving force behind it all. This is his baby, I suppose, and it's phenomenal the job he's done. And I think we all as a team would like to thank Jordan for his hard work, because it's been incredible what he's done in the space of a year and a half or something like that. So. It's really his legwork that's driven all this along.
From the first meeting that we had, meeting Jordan and his vision plan of how we're going to deliver this, it was head scratching, to be honest, because I sat there and I was like, how are you going to pull this off? It sounds incredible, but I don't know how we're going to do it.
We've done things for charity, for 25, 30 years, and it seems like we've done it on a very small scale, doesn't it? When you start talking to Jordan and the people he's had to talk to, and the processes he's had to go through to get it to this place. So
we know the hard work that's gone in behind the scenes, and obviously today's announcement for us, we're proud of, and Jordan pushing this through for us to get to 200 schools is remarkable. I think it's a credit to him, and we're proud to help him support and as many kids as we can get through the program.
And for anybody that's been to the Little Sticks thing, we have this massive inflatable, so you must have an incredible pair of lungs to keep blowing that up and down.
Me and Ollie spent quite some time pushing that thing around. I've actually been a white van man as well the last month, driving the thing up and down the country. So from our perspective with Little Sticks, the main outcomes are to support young people's development, to use golf as a vehicle to develop life skills, but also engage them in an activity for life, so the wider health and well-being benefits that young people will ultimately transition if they take up the game of golf long-term will be huge, and not necessarily impacted now, but certainly 10, 20 years in the future. From our perspective, what makes this program really unique is using our players as role models. So the key aspects of Little Sticks are developing these life skills that use our players and all of their achievements to be able to do that. So now young people have new role models. These guys are, every single PE lesson that Little Sticks has delivered in has video content from our players, introducing the games, talking about how they're delivered, but also the key life skills that are associated to that as well. And everything from, from the Ryder Cup, from Lee reaching world #1, Henrik talking about his Olympic success and the Open Championship, really using these guys as role models, and every single child that does our program sees these players in every single session or lesson that they do. But the biggest aspect to it is we are upskilling teachers to be able to do this, to be able to grow something and give teachers the confidence, but also the competence to deliver golf in a way which is fun, engaging, but also gives them enough knowledge to be able to deliver it successfully, but also not give teachers too much knowledge that it's a little bit too overwhelming. So it's a really fine balance that we've been able to do so far. But partnering, like you say, Joy, with Complete PE, this takes our program from an after-school club or an extracurricular activity, and it's now putting it in physical education. So it's a part of the statutory requirement of schools to deliver PE, and now golf through Little Sticks is something fundamental that they will be delivering through physical education. So that's not a nice to do, that's a need to do, and it means that every single child in the schools that we're working with will have golf for at least a half term, if not a full term, every single year. So this isn't just a one-off, this isn't just children actively participating in one golf session. It's fundamentally driven through every single school. And for us, we've got a really big job to build an infrastructure so schools are supported. We'll provide them with all of the equipment, all of the training needed, but ultimately they'll need that regular support as well to be able to do that. So we're looking to develop a national infrastructure of mentors that can support these teachers to make sure they're continually being developed. So the 200 schools we're working with now, this isn't just a one-off. They will deliver Little Sticks every single year. And for every child that goes through that school, they'll have a full program. So at the end of it, they'll have some fantastic role models, people who they'll be inspired by through their lessons. But also they'll have a new sport, a new activity that could lead to huge increase in the growth of the game, but also the skills that they will have developed through golf. I think the impact we can't really understand right now. If we're talking plus 40,000 children this year, it'll be the same next year, it'll be the same after that. So the exponential growth of doing it in this way, in terms of the logistics, means that we don't really understand the impact yet. And we have a research study that's just been conducted from a university, Sheffield Hallam, and that has been really clear that the program's been extremely successful for the outcomes we want, but it's using our players and them being absolutely fundamental to all of this, which makes it a success. And you see the children that met you all yesterday, this wasn't the first time they've seen you in their lessons week in, week out. So to actually spend time with you all, I think just brings it to life. And we've walked away with a lot more fans for us, but also for them, it's a great opportunity to meet you all as they've spent so much time learning about you.
If you guys have any additional questions for Jordan after the presser, he is available up there if you guys want to learn more about Little Sticks. We do have to get the guys out of here. Can probably take one or two questions. Go ahead.
And also, for anybody that didn't understand Jordan there because of his northeast accent, my wife's from that area, so I can interpret and tell you what he said.
question for Ian. Obviously, you know, it's your home event. You've got the team are here as well. Just wondering, how much would it mean to win this week in front of a home crowd, and where would that rank for you in terms of the success that you've already had?
It would mean an awful lot. I think I don't think I've delivered upon the LIV events that I think I should have done. I'm not happy with my play over the last couple of seasons. I think I'm very close. Had one decent round of golf and 2 okay rounds of golf, and played 16 great holes and 2 poor holes. So for me, you know, it's about having the right adrenaline, the right attitude, the right mindset to go out there this week, have fun on the golf course with the fans, enjoy myself, and, you know, hopefully if we are successful this week, this will rank pretty highly, being 48 and a bit. And hopefully if I do win, we can keep the pub open till early hours on Monday morning and celebrate with 14,000.
Have we got a late license?
It's a lock-in, isn't it?
Just one for you, Lee. Greg spoke early this year about the idea of LIV teams owning their own golf courses. I wondered sort of if you guys had had conversations about that and how cool it would be to have a base in the UK, whether that be here or elsewhere.
Yeah, we've been talking about that, and you know, it's at a very early stage, but certainly it's something that I think we should look at in the future and certainly consider. Yeah, very, very seriously. I think it makes perfect sense to have home courses and for every team, and use those venues. And then when the tournament isn't there, you can use it for other, you know, purposes. You know, we could bring, just thinking out loud now, we could bring little sticks to it for certain weeks of the year, and you know, you have ladies tournaments there and girls tournaments, other junior tournaments. So yeah, there's infinite possibilities.
Yeah, look, we've spoke about it, but you know, it comes down to finance at the end of the day. If we deliver on the golf course and win 5 tournaments next year, we can push this forward a bit quicker. So, you know, I think every team has been tasked with a go forward plan. What does 3, 5, 10 years look like? And it's definitely in that window of you know, don't think small, think big. So, you know, we're sitting here trying to think big and how big we can take this Majesticks GC franchise. And, yeah, a home venue would be amazing. We need a location, we need some funding, and obviously if we play really well, then it'll be there.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much. Good luck this week. I know you'll have big crowds, and we'll see you on the party hole and hopefully at the Majesticks pub on Sunday night.
Lock in.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.